Hello, it's Pierre. Am I calling conveniently? Okay. I'm in Minnesota still, and the rain is falling. The rain is falling, and it's lovely. I like the rain to fall and the sky to be gray. Um, so, so I'm all cozy and stuff like that. So, the blind embossed. Essentially, it sounds like anytime I do really any job for you, it needs to be done in vector. Is that correct? Okay. Um, which is fine. Um, because of the complexity of this drawing, though, of the ring, I mean, not the, this is for a ring, is that what I'm imagining? Stationary, okay. So it's the whole coat of arms. It's the shield plus the owl plus the crown or whatever it is. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't really accomplish anything to leave one of them off. I'm sure you know, but I will respond. I will tell you anyway that normally when heraldic things are drawn in black and white, rather than in color, there are conventions that are used to describe what color is on the shield. And the blue is, I think it's horizontal lines or vertical lines, I forget which. Crosshatch line or hatch lines that go vertical or horizontal. I can look it up. There's a book about 3 feet from me. But and then the gold is dots, a stipple pattern, and then the white is just left plain. Um, Now, in blind embossed, it could be blind embossed where these lines are shown, um, you know, adding texture to the blind embossment, or it could be done sort of plain, where it's all sort of white on white, like this monogram is. Um, but there's also that owl, which has lines in it that help make you see that it's an owl. It's not just going to be a flat surface. So are they going to sculpt it to look three-dimensional, or are they going to have, do I put the lines in it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this book that I have right across from my little body right now. I have a book on heraldry, and I'm going to take a picture of one of the a black and white, something that's similar, and I will show you what it will look like if it was blind embossed, just like I did with the W, and you can show him what it's like. And I think it would be nicer if it did have the textural bits, the vertical lines added and the stipple added, only because um, it'll look more interesting for one thing. It'll look more delicate, and and you'll see more details. So that would be my thought. And in this case, it could essentially be drawn. It could be essentially drawn like a banknote, except it would be just done without ink. It could be bumped further in, but there would be an edge, a line around the white part of the shield. You know, a solid line. Rather than just a pushed out area. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, both. I mean, the vectors. You need the vector anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Let this, yeah, yeah, it's gonna look like, yeah. So let me take a picture of something that's as similar as I can find that shows these crosshatchy line bits, and then I'll tweak it in Photoshop to make it look like it's a in Blind Emboss, like I did with the W monogram, and then he can look at it, um, and I think it, you know, yeah, yeah, and then whether a human hand touches it or not is neither here nor there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you make them a very dimensional, like a coin. But, you know, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Well, I'll talk about the W. I sent the W to you, two files, one with the original and the new one. Okay. So what I did was just with, tweaking it and just stretching it, I made it wider. So the W itself has become wider. The line is, so did the B and the S, but you don't see it as much because it wasn't as big. So I could make the W thinner. I mean, make the lines that make up the W thinner as well. But yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I think this is both wider in it, fatter as well as made up of fatter lines. So I think we're, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, well the yeah, well, okay. Well, if the W, if it kept the original shape and we just pumped up the W and made the W wider, then all of the spaces within the B would get tinier. It would look lopsided, I think. So, yeah, of the B, yeah, especially the B. Okay, okay, okay. Well, thank you. I'll send this off to you if I can figure out how to do it. Um, I think I can figure out how to do it using my iPad, just taking a picture of it. The other thing is, I am here in Minneapolis where I haven't yet had to buy the vector or rent the vector program for the computer. I will be back in Boston. I haven't made my plans to yet, but I'm hoping to be back by the 1st of April, just because I got taxes to figure out and things like that. So, I mean, I can do it here beforehand if it need be, but yeah, okay, okay. Well, yeah, okay, I'll find something and send it to you shortly. Again, something that is as close to his, might have a duck instead of an owl, or something other than a crown or something. But I'll find something that'll work, that'll show him, I think. Okay, great, thanks. Bye. Bye. Hello, whoever you are. Is anyone in the room here? Talk, talk. Say something. Do something. Whatever something. Is anyone there? Hello. What am I trying to do here? Is anyone in the room here? Someone's in the room. Hello. It's raining here in Minnesota. Still. A. Roofers, A. A noisy bunch, huh? Yeah, they are. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Would you like to join me? Yeah, the ceiling is great. Can I? There now. I've got radiating out of my head. Everything is moved out that was um, everything. Everything that was all the objects are moved out. They still will probably have to demolish the bathroom downstairs. I don't know. It's hard to see, but the 1956 it was built. It was added on to a couple of times. Am I running out of power here? Do I need to move over toward the plug?
Curse or say something.
When we came to office, is the circumstance.
I have to listen to this again. It makes me smile.
COVID was even more dire than we thought. We thought they indicated there was a lot more vaccine available. It didn't turn out to be the case because we're doing so much testing.
Huh? Oh, excuse me. I think I must have fallen.
You don't ask Biden tough questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I'm still having flashbacks. Sometimes he visits me in my dreams.
So we're pushing as hard as we can to get more vaccine manufactured.
You now say we'll have enough supply for every adult to be vaccinated by May. Does this mean I can go to Cancun for spring break with Ted Cruz and the gals?
Well, I didn't say that.
Mr. Biden, bring my vaccine. Keep me protected from COVID-19. Tell me the trick to how I'm a Moderna. Fix up that magic Pfizer or Moderna. Biden, give me a poke. They call you sleepy, but you're pretty woke. I'm so tired of quarantine. Mr. Biden, bring my vaccine. Please bring me joy. Hey, Joe Biden, where's my vaccine? I need a rollout that's fit for a queen. Grab your syringe, but make sure you're clean. And stick it in me like you really mean it. Biden, hey, Mr. Biden, I'm not afraid. Not afraid to inoculate me so I can get laid. So I don't mean to sound true, but I want my Oh, won't you stay? I'm numb and flat. I resume. Oh, I see. Wait, Mr. Biden. Bring my vaccine. I want to trick or treat when we hit Halloween. Give me that double dose and make me go out cheap. So I can plan a kiss on Dr. Fauci. Oh, Mr. Biden, maybe kick up a notch. Cause I've run out of Netflix movies to watch. Girl, I'm so tired of quarantine. Mr. Biden, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Biden, bring my Robinette?
Is that where when you're from? That's when I'm from, 1956. Mr. Biden, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. Mr. Biden, bring me a dream.
It all started 30 years ago.
Hello.
Peter Applebaum, my father and founder of the Applebaum store.
I'll be right with you.
In the Netherlands, later. And now a new adventure starts. After countless developments, amazing new stories, millions of liters of ink, and many, many fountain pens, Applebaum is crossing the pond. We set foot on US soil and open a store in the city of Boston. Throughout history, Boston has been first with many things. The first public park, the first subway system, the first telephone, and now the first international Applebaum store. We are proud to become part of this major American city and bring the Applebaum experience closer to our customers. You can find us at Bromfield Street, where we keep on riding.
There you are.
Hi, good morning. Ish, if you want to call it that.
Well,
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. This
That hairdo of yours, quite.
oh God.
Well,
You
have it. Go to the same coiffure.
Somebody may have kept me up all night.
Somebody did.
Yes, this was a thing.
Well, was it a fun keeping up all night, or was it a?
Oh yes.
Okay, never mind then.
So my hair is explainable.
Okay, well,
but to be fair, you kind of.
I think that's great. Sounds fun.
But this pen that I got off from eBay for $20.
Yeah.
Of course, it needs a new sack, which, but this thing is a steel nib, and I'm just like, where the hell's camera? And it's just like so, God blessed flexible. For a steel nib, I'm just like.
It'll be flexible for a while, then it'll start losing its flex, and
then it'll break.
And then it'll break or rust or do something. So.
Oh God, rust! I'm just like Pierre.
Okay.
I'm going to end up having to send this to Pierre and say, please renib me with something.
It could probably send you a bunch of steel nibs I don't know. I have bunches of them. I don't know what will fit. It may require, you know, some tweaking at your end or trial and error at your end, but I have a lot of steel nibs and I don't do anything really with them. So I'm happy to have you get some for a couple bucks a piece or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some that are a little nicer that I save to put in steel nib pens, but um,
So shocked by this thing, and I'm just like, okay. I thought I had a flexible steel nib pen.
okay.
Apparently, I was wrong.
Well, I'm glad that that one's working well, but again, it will,
Yeah.
if it is steel, it will slowly go bad.
The way the whippoorwill.
Often what happens with third tier pens like that is you do need a new sack. Somewhere down the line, you might need a new J bar that goes on the inside, a new pressure bar, because they're just a piece of metal that's bent, um, like a J, and it may end up breaking at some point. So you might need a new one.
I'm expecting, but I mean, this is a flat something. I don't know. I can't quite see in there. I'm blind.
Yeah.
So with that.
There's that going on. Well, it's a flat piece of metal that's bent at the
from
back.
the looks of it, yeah.
Yeah. So
But it works.
It's at if it seems to work, it'll probably last you for the rest of your life. It's just sometimes if it was used a lot, or if it got rusty or damp on the inside and it got rusty, it might break.
Not a drop of rust inside.
Okay, good. Well, then it'll be fine. But you need
I mean, it's still to the point where I can see shiny silver.
Okay.
Sort
of. Okay. Good.
Or gold or whatever.
It's probably brass.
Yeah.
Colored.
Yeah. And the lever, there's absolutely no slop, no play.
Good. Well,
I was pleasantly surprised for $20.
No, that's a great pen for 20. I sell pens like that fixed with a sack and everything for maybe 30, 35. If it has a good steel nib that I feel has a lot of life in it.
Yeah. This one I'm really doubting, considering how bad it was.
Okay.
But it just says like 14K
gold plate.
Cool plate.
Cool.
It doesn't bother having a bar on the G. It's like, okay, well, I know it says gold plate, but and then it has a little square and a star.
Okay.
And I'm like, and it says number 8 on it. Not that those numbers meant a whole lot of anything.
They didn't mean anything. Certainly in those pens. I can't imagine that they made 8 sizes. They might have made 3 sizes where they bothered to label them like that. But it's probably just someone's idea of making it sound important by putting an 8 on it.
Yes.
But anyway, it seems like it's a nice pen. I like the marble. It's cream and red, or cream.
I've cleaned it up a little.
Cream and red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. And does it have an inner cap? Did you say?
Inner cap on this. I mean, it doesn't really.
if you don't see a block,
Yeah, no, there's not. It's just, yeah.
then the putting ink in it and putting it in your pocket and expecting it to immediately write is asking too much because it's not airtight.
No.
So, but again, it doesn't necessarily need to be. Uh, if you use it every day and it'll probably be a slow starter, but it'll be okay. It's just
Yeah,
not, if you put it upside down and in your pocket and ran for the bus, you'd have a pocket full of ink. So,
now the one I'm writing with every single day right now is that one with that little funny nib.
yeah, the
Yeah, there we go.
Faber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yes, works great,
Yeah,
feels great.
the nib had some trauma to it, but it wrote well, and I didn't want to. I've broken a few pens recently trying to get them that had similar issues,
Yeah,
and they wrote fine. They wrote okay, but they looked sort of funky. And in trying to make them look better, I ended
the
up
only way
so
when it comes to metal,
yeah.
heat takes out stress in metal when you have something like this.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't use heat, but I do, use my burnisher to try to flatten it, my little pliers
yeah,
to try to straighten it, but I don't actually do anything more complicated than that.
yeah.
And
I mean,
just sometimes
it's just the metal worker in me that's
if
like,
you keep on
how
bending,
how would I go about? And I'm just like, I'm not.
yeah,
It works.
if it
If it
runs
ain't broke,
fine,
don't
leave,
fix it.
leave it there. Yeah. Yeah. There's, again, by tweaking it and bending it and rebending it and burnishing it, all of that is causing a little tiny bit of metal fatigue
Okay.
possibilities to
It's
show.
just like, no, it works. I'm happy.
Yeah. And
And
as
people like, a lot of people think it's cool because they're like, man, my granddad used to write with one, or my grandma used to write with one just like that. And I'm like,
and
probably
how
not, but
the red pen doing with your roommate, whose name I can't remember right now.
Evelyn,
Evelyn. Yeah, Evelyn.
Evie, Evelyn, yeah, just evil Lynn.
Okay. Lynn. Okay, that's your pet name, huh? Okay.
No, well, Miss Evil, yes. Anyways,
Okay, good.
inside joke. Bad things,
Hi,
good
Evie.
things. Trust me, but yeah, she's evil.
Hi, Evie.
Sound is she's like over there, just like
Okay.
sound played.
Okay. Well,
She can keep me up all night, but she can't. And I get up in the morning, but she can't. So
pull her hair. Just go over there and just pull her hair around.
we'll see. No, there's this thing called feet that is a thing, and they're like literally within arm's reach of me, and she'll kick the shit out of me if I do.
Feet. Okay. Well, then let her be. Um, well, keep
Yeah,
enjoying those pens. And you did pay me, right? You did send me a PayPal thing or not?
I will do that today.
Okay.
I got a
Whether you
freaking
did, it's in,
no. It's
okay.
girlfriend time.
Okay.
Don't have.
Okay. Don't worry. It's fine.
You're- You know that thing when you're like your best friend's gonna move in,
Yeah. No, I know.
you're fine and all that, and then all of a sudden, all your friends are like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
Yeah. No, it's fine. Don't worry. I won't, I just couldn't remember. Um, I am going to be going back to Boston in a couple of weeks for maybe a month and a half before I come back here. So I will have time to get other pens to sell or to, or if you want to send any of them back, you can send them back, but wait till I get back to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting till I know you're home before I mail anything. And I mean, I love all the pens. It's just that one nib that cracked. It had a little that the nibs that have the little V kind of thing in the very back of the nib.
Yeah.
It came right straight down that V and then just shattered off the edge.
Yeah.
Well, not quite entirely, but
Okay. Well,
it is technically me gold soldering. It is a thing, but
well, I don't. I
I've
wouldn't.
never messed with something that thin.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother with it. It's one of these things on borrowed time, but the time could be years from now.
Oh no.
So.
Oh no, the time is now.
Well, no, but I don't think you need to worry about it. I think you can try to fix it, but
I mean, yeah.
I
And
will.
I'm like, I understand why mechanically it went from that one stress spot and just went, and I'm just like, okay, this is just so beautiful.
But
And
if you add metal, like a solder kind of a thing, whatever you do,
yeah, oh, it's gonna affect.
it may not want to fit in the feed in the section as well. So it's,
Yes.
I mean, if that were my pen and I liked the way it wrote, the way it is, I would just be a little bit more.
Well, there's the thing it doesn't write right now, so.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah. I mean, literally just sitting here with it, I don't hardly touch paper when I write, and I'm like, just I was literally just signing something, and I did, and it's like all of a sudden the nib just went zoop, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I pulled it out and I looked at it, and I'm like, I know exactly what happened.
It
was just a hair crack, and it decided to go.
In that case, yeah, there might not be enough strength holding the pen back in the thing, so that might need to be done. Again, if it's I
mean, I love the pen though, so
yeah, okay.
Like whatever, it'll. Get sorted.
Okay.
But yeah, this thing, surprising for a steel pen. I'm just like, and for as nasty and absolutely corroded as this thing was, I'm like, the feed cleaned up really easy. The nib, not so much. But at least it's smooth now. And it will flow. And if I dip it, it will write. But I know it's this one's on borrowed time because it refuses, it won't do. I suppose I could heat set the feed, but yeah, it won't sit. It won't sit flat on the feed anymore, and that's how I got it.
With that pen, where the stresses are, one might, though I don't.
This pen, they're like.
You could.
They're like. The metal, I can look at it and I can see it, and the stresses are literally like right there at that shoulder where just after it meets the feed.
Yeah.
So it's just back from where the feed channel is, and it wants to do this.
Yeah.
And that's how I got it.
Okay.
but it had so much ink, and it was literally the ink corrosion whatever was literally pushing the feed up
Okay.
at the tip. So it was like a permanent, yeah, I'm just going to push on you for 5 years or 20 years or whatever it is before somebody decides to clean me.
Are you suggesting that I don't bathe enough? No.
Somebody didn't bathe this one enough.
No. No.
The gorge, I mean, just the resin or celluloid or whatever. Age, I would assume it's celluloid, but
No. Well,
but the size.
yeah, yeah, it's a neat size. Yeah.
I mean, compared to I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
compared side by side, they're
Yeah. They're pretty
they're
different.
night and day.
Yep. Okay. Well, let me do this. I'm going to. My batteries are almost gone again, so
Okay.
I'm going to check
They're
my
saying feed me.
feed. Yes. So, Will, it's nice seeing you if you're still in the room, and anyone else. There always seems to be more people in the room than my thing says are watching me. So I don't know how that works. But anyway, we'll see you all later. Toodaloo.